Hey all. So I seem to have done it again and lost a heap of video of my extractor build. Nothing more I can say. We've got most of it mock built, tacked. Yeah. Unfortunately, all the fun bit got lost in the video. But what I can do now is I'll show you what I've done and how I've sort of put it together. Alright, so what we've got, I'll just take the earth clamp off, is our extractor manifold crudely tacked together. As you can see, that bit goes to the car, or to the motor, 3 pipes into a collector, into one big pipe, down to the flange to the rest of the exhaust system. Now, making this thing was hell, don't get me wrong. Basically, you just got to cut 3 pipes on a good steep enough angle until you can fit them all together, weld them up, seal them up. Biggest problem we've got is getting back in here to do these welds down at the backs. Very limited room in between these pipes, but not undoable. I've got a mixture of TIG, or wherever my MIG gun went, MIG down there. This is the welder I use, the Transmig 175i. Very good unit. I've never had any problems with it. It's only scratch start TIG, not high frequency, but it does the job. This is the other side, already welded together. Welding got a little bit dodgy here, but hard to get to places, needed to seal it somehow, so I busted out the MIG. Not pretty, but it worked. Very happy with the way they turned out. As you can probably tell, this side's a fair bit different in design. The challenge I had with this one, although it looks simple, is because it's a V6, these back cylinders on the driver's side bank are actually about 60mm further back to the firewall, so I had to tighten all my bends and all that up to a collector really short. That one over there was a little bit more involved because this pipe actually comes over the top into the collector down here, whereas this time I ran this one outside, underneath, and that one was a real short run straight to where it had to go. Yeah, what they were, I did explain it before, is a collection of pie cut pieces. Now, to see how this is done, there's a YouTuber on the fabrication series. He goes through these in detail, how to make your pie cut pieces. Basically what it is, if I can get it to sit there, you've got 2 angles, that angle and this angle. They're both at 9 degrees from the center line. So this piece is actually 18 degrees if you lay it down and add a piece. So from face to face now is 36 degrees. Basically you can just keep adding them and add it up to get whatever bends you need. Because there's so many of them in a nice slow radius bends, you end up with close to being a mandrel bent pipe without actually buying mandrel bends. Plus, when you weld them up, if you TIG them up nice enough, you can make them look pretty cool, especially if you start playing with stainless steel or titanium. This is just a race car, so steel's good enough. Yeah, unfortunately, mocking them up and making them, I've lost the video again, sorry. But you'll get the idea of what they look like and how you build them. I'm just going to set it to time lapse now and start tigging it together. So as you've been seeing, all I'm doing is laying down not the prettiest beads, but just doing parts of each weld. Flip it over so as not to chuck too much heat in the one spot. So it's only short welds on every piece. Eventually you join the two up and you end up with an exhaust. I'll let this cool for a bit and we'll get back to it soon. Alright, got it all welded up and I had to put the camera down for a bit. Again, I need someone to give me a hand, but here I am working away. We've got them installed. Show you what the final product ended up looking like. I've had the motor running, that's hence the cool blue colour. Tell where it gets hottest. Yeah, running down. All the welds, I tidied it up a little bit with the angle grinder. But as I said, this one ended up a bit shorter because back cylinder's a bit closer to everything. So I shortened her up. A few bits and pieces of welds. Down to the original system I had on the car. So I didn't have to alter any of that, which was good. Same as the, if we get in here, the O2 sensors are all still exactly where they were. So yeah, there you see this one. You look at the shape of that one and where the pipes run, ended up being a fair bit different to this one. You can argue that this one's probably more tuned length, this pipe being shorter underneath, this one taking a bit of a long curve over the top, but that one's still just as short as the other one. This side bank, you can see how far I was able to get the collector away from the O2 sensor. And again, down to the original system, out the back. You get in close here, you'll see how many segments I ended up using. So this front cylinder, which is cylinder number 1 on this motor, you've got 4 segments at 18 degrees apiece, which is 72 degrees if I'm not mistaken. That goes down to the collectors directly. This one is another bit of a battle. There's a piece right up in here to lift it up over top of this pipe, and then it does the hokey pokey and turns 16 different directions to end up into the collector. And then the last cylinder, again, there's another bend up here, bit of straight pipe, 90 degrees, straight into the collector. Yeah, didn't video any of building that one. I sort of, first time I've ever built them, so I did it all off camera to try and figure out how it all worked. And then of course when I proceeded to start this one, I lost the video, which I do apologise for, but end result, the pipe's coming out nice. The blue looks kind of cool, but it will change. This pipe just ended up being same as the other pipe almost, just 4 pieces to make the bend here, 72 degrees ish. Nice straight stretch, 2 little pieces to get the angle back into this collector. This one, a little bit more involved. It does 90 degrees, added a piece on. If we get under here, it does a little whoop-de-doo back into the collector underneath. And then this one's got a few more segments than the other side. The other side's just got a 90 degree bend, which is 5 segments. This one's got 6 or 7, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. So, not many more. But yeah, that was the extractors. Hopefully I'll do some more stuff like this. And again, a better video to it. And if you like what I do, hit a subscribe and like, and we'll keep doing it. As I said, I've got that stano work coming up now. It'll involve quite a bit of just TIG work. That there's a great big lump of 5mm stano plate sitting here ready to go, and a few of those other bits of pipe and pieces that I showed you in another video. So yeah, I'll give a bit of a long shot on the race car. Let me just clean the workshop up so you can actually see it. The bonnet's sitting on the top at the moment, but yeah, she turned out quite nice. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. Take it easy.